There we go. Okay, you guys, I think we are maybe live. Hold on. Hi, everybody. All right, I think we're live, my friends. So welcome everybody to the global party. Oh my goodness, I have some amazing friends with me today that I am so excited to share with you. So hello, sweet Janet. So we're gonna take a minute before we actually get started, and we're gonna share on some Facebook pages, and you guys are welcome to help with us and share because we're going to be talking about possibilities. Cool. So give us a minute. And as you guys are coming in, welcome. Thank you for being here. Aw, we love you guys. Let's see. Do one more minute and then let's see. Okay. Is everyone, so thumbs up if y'all are ready to get started? You need another second? Look at you guys sharing away. I love it. Awesome. So we've got Adriana, hello, who's also live. You're so cute. Shruti, hello. Nice to see you. Hello, Janet. Oh my goodness. Can you guys see us all live? I love it. All these amazing faces. So these are the amazing hosts and promoters for the No Judgment Diet 2020 worldwide live tour. We're going to be in 9 different cities all over the world, and I'm so excited to introduce you to them. So we were talking before we came on live, just really about like why we're excited about these live events, what's happening, where it's happening. You guys can hear from them about why they're excited. And I don't know, I say we get this party started. If you guys want to ask any questions, feel free to ask questions, and away we go. Cool. I can't find Christine. Christine, do you want to take it away to start?
Yay! Hi, everybody. Hello, planet. I'm Christine, and I live in a fun little town called Swift Current, Saskatchewan, Canada. And I'm with these amazing creatures here. And we are the first location destination station for Catherine's amazing 2020 No Judgment Diet tour. It's going to blow everyone's minds, and I'm so excited that you're coming here. And that's happening the very end of April and the first 4 days of May. And we've got all these and other incredible hosts here from all around the world, and let's just meet everybody and then talk about the amazing things that Miss Katherine is bringing to the world. Let's check it out.
Well, how about this? How about we actually talk about what the No Judgment Diet live events are?
Yes.
And I'd love to hear from some of you that have been to a live 4.5-day live event, because a lot of people go, well, I don't even know what you do at a No Judgment Diet live event. And one of the things I said to everyone before we started is like, I don't either. I know we have massage beds and we have a manual and we have a lot of things that we do, but really what happens in a No Judgment Diet 4.5-day live event is kind of unexplainable, but you walk away with less judgment, more joy, maybe even a little skinnier, maybe even a little sexier. I know people have lost 2 dress sizes in a live event. We've had people lose their cancerous moles or skin discolorations and so much. So I wanted you guys to hear from some people who may have been live at a class, who may have experienced a class, and also those that are what they're excited about the class. So anyone want to share first? Carol's got her No Judgment Diet live event manual. I love it.
So let's start. I have the manual. So I remember when I flew to London for this event, I was in the plane and I got the awareness I'm stepping into the unknown. So there, I know that it's going to be different. I don't know how. And that's the fun of it, because there is no judgment about right and wrong and what you can, what you can change, what you cannot change. Just experiencing the class and receive everything that you can. That's it. So far.
Cool.
I'm happy to go next. Hi. It was really interesting for me, actually, because my body chose the London class last year much before my head chose it. So, and I put it off, as you remember, to the last minute. And I don't have many words apart from I started to find me. That's probably the easiest and the quickest thing for me. So lots and lots and lots of things have changed. And obviously I've been following you for a long, long time now. And I am so excited for the London ones and really, really happy to be part of the hosting team as well. I definitely found more of me. My body has changed, good and bad. So when I'm back in judgment of myself, it's like that. And but I think my relationships have changed a lot. I find that nothing seems so much of a drama with family and partners and things. So all of that is really changing for me, and it's unraveling, and it's still unraveling since I think it was it October? I can't remember when we did it now. It's such a long time ago, but so it's all unraveling, and I can't wait to see what happens at the end of March. So thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy to go too. I've been to 2 of your live events, and they have been completely different. Same name for the class and completely different content, completely different experience, and completely different me's. It was the manuals have both been absolutely fabulous. I look at them often. I just open up to a page and then I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. And what I can definitely say from the last one now that we had in October here in London, I show up different. I show up a lot more often 50-50, instead of stepping in and try to gauge, do I need to be smaller? Do I need to step up? Do I need to, this whole, running around in your head on how I'm supposed to be acting. I just walk in, I'm like, hi. And then halfway through conversations, I'm realizing like, oh, I'm actually not making myself small. I'm not, judging myself for not knowing the topic or whatever it is. I just show up and be me on the level that, I can be in a meeting or in we've been meeting with vendors and all sorts of things. I don't know what they're doing. And before, sometimes I felt, a bit awkward, and I really allowed myself to like be awkward then as well, for some reason. And now I'm not. I'm like, hi, what do you do? Tell me more. And just be excited and actually be interested in other people instead of spending that time worrying about, how else I can judge myself into wrongness. Now I'm actually just experience life different, and on so many levels. Yeah, it's just the world is richer and brighter and a lot more exciting now. And I can't wait to do any more of these classes there. If this is after 2 of them, oh, bring on more. Bring on lots more of them. Yeah, so grateful.
Awesome. Well, and Jenny, I have a question for you. So a lot of people ask me like how to explain the deep dive, right? Because the 4.5 day live events, we have a taster, right? And then
Yeah.
the 1 day deep dive. And then we have the 3 day with the manual, and you get to run bars, and we get to, do some body processes and play with bodies. I personally have a really hard time explaining what happens in a deep dive. And I'm wondering if you could share your experience of a deep dive with us.
Yeah, I really like stepped into what Paula said, the unknown. Or I mean, what we said before, that you step into the unknown with that class, because I hadn't done that one before. And it kind of went over my head that we were doing work on bodies. So because the tables were there, of course, we have tables in the class. It's a Katherine class. And of course, it was going to be awesome. And all of a sudden, we're putting our hands on bodies. And the energy that is being created in the space of Katherine and the no judgment diet, and the layers and the levels that you can just sink into and just melt. Like, I think the word that we kept using that weekend was just melting. You just melt away anything that you've been holding on to from, yesterday, today, tomorrow. Seriously, we went into the future, and lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes. It's just melted, and it was just such kindness. And when you're standing there in the presence of the no judgment, and just being so present with the body and your hands on them, uh, this the space you create, not only for the person that you are actually working on the table, um, you're creating that in you, like that you're just going through all of it with you, like, and the person there. And since you are together in the space in the room, you can just, we're just melting. Like, sometimes you kind of look down and you kind of wonder, do I still have skin? It's like, it was just so different. I love body processes. It's one of my favorite things in the world, to run body processes. And this one, again, you put your hands on a body and you run an energy, completely different from any other body process work or any other body work I have ever done. Yeah, melt, 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 melt.
That's
And happiness. Yeah.
happiness. What's that? We're not supposed to be happy. So right. So I get a lot of people who actually ask a lot of times, like, well, if I do the deep dive, what am I going to be able to take away from it? Like, what can I facilitate? What will it help me do? Can you guys, those of you that have done the deep dive, or Jenny in particular, can you speak to how it's contributed to you as a bars facilitator, how it's contributed to you in your business? Yeah. Adriana says it's game on. She's going to kick our butts. Oh.
For me, what showed up is that even without looking for it, my capacity increased during the session that I have at home. So that's, and I I was amazed, but I was, wow, I wasn't expecting this. So that's awesome. Okay.
And I have a question. Has anyone increased their prices on their personal private sessions since doing the deep dive? You get some nods. How many of you want to increase your prices since doing the deep dive? Yeah, awesome. Anyone else want to share about their experience of the deep dive?
I can share one more thing. More confidence working with body. Even after many years of different body processes, different modalities, all sorts of things working with bodies, it's just a different confidence when you are playing with the energies and the way you are, the presence that you be with it, and how you can really tell when you're going through the, like, layers of things, and how the energy is shifting. And So whatever you're working, whether you're running bars on someone or you're giving someone a hug, you're present in a different way. You show up in a different way, and you're able to just like really sense how the energy is shifting in the people that are in the area that you're in. Giving someone a hug, you're present in a different way. You show up in a different way, and you're able to just like really sense how the energy is shifting in the people that are in the area that you're in. Giving someone a hug, you're present in a different way. You show up in a different way, and you're able to just like really sense how the energy is shifting in the people that are in the area that you're in. Giving someone a hug, you're present in a different way. You show up in a different way, and you're able to just like really sense how the energy is shifting in the people that are in the area that you're in. Giving someone a hug. I think that's me, you guys. Sorry. Okay, back to normal. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Anyone else want to share?
I was going to say, I haven't yet had the opportunity to do a deep dive, but just listening to what everybody's saying and perceiving the energy, I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I get so lucky to be invited to host? And I just can't wait. And I'm so excited.
It's so cool. Well, and maybe I'll share a little bit of where the deep dive came from. So, I was born psychic intuitive. Some people know my story, but when I was 6, I was born into an Irish Catholic family, and I knew that if I touched a body, the body would change. And so my mother used to come to me when I was little and be like, can you touch me here? And she'd have a sore shoulder, and I would actually touch her in her lower right back and literally feel her whole body go and unwind. And she'd look at me and she'd like, how did you do that? And I'd, as a 6-year-old with this big, happy, joyful tomboy smile, shrug my shoulders and smile and then walk away. And in college, all of my friends in college would say, oh my God, will you please touch my body, that thing that you do? And I didn't know that I was a healer. I didn't know that I had capacities. I just knew that I loved touching people, or I loved being in the company of other people. And so over time, especially in college, I started to look at, I think I'm doing something that's actually healing people's pain, but I don't even know that I'm doing it. And so then I went to grad school to study the psychology of the body, the systems of the body, and all this stuff. And everyone would always ask me, well, where'd you learn what you know? And I'd be like, I was born with it, right? And so what it got me to look at is almost all of us who are attracted to magic or energy work or, something different on the planet, we have a capacity with bodies that no one's told us or taught us that we have. And so we don't even know what we're doing with the body, but we're doing it. And so the deep dive is this 1-day immersion that gets you to discover what you know about a body that nobody's ever told you know. Because Adele, you could say hi, and the way that you say hi enters into people's bodies that changes their molecules. But if no one told you that's your capacity, and you say hi with that bubbly, amazing, bright, friendly energy, and someone goes, oh my God, I have to get away from her. And you're like, oh man, what did I do wrong? It's not that you did anything wrong. It's that your energy is so powerful that people don't know what to do with it. And so how many of you have had the experience of saying hi or being friendly, and people tend to go away from you, and you go, oh man, does my breath smell? Did I do something wrong? It's really not that you did anything wrong. It's that you're an energy that changes their world and they don't know what to do with it. Right. And I think what's true for all of us as we step up into who we are, our bodies are an energy that people are like, I want to play. I don't know if I should play. I want to know more. And so when you're a body worker or an energy worker or an intuitive, or you teach bars classes, or you're a coach, whatever it is that you, or you're a teacher, you're constantly facilitating other people to step into who they are. And the deep dive shows you what you know that no one showed you that you know. So it's it's an experimental, like totally amazing, incredible, like one day that will gift you something different. And, it's cool. I've watched people change their marriages in one day because of this class. I've watched people build 6-figure businesses because of this one-day class. I watched someone actually lose 8 pounds during the course of the class. She woke up the next morning, had lost another 8 pounds, and then over the course of 30 days, lost close to 40 pounds, all from a one-day class, right? So we don't know what's possible with your bodies. We just know that your bodies are capable of so much more than what we decide. And that when we allow our body to play, magic is possible. And that's just the one day. The 3-day, oh baby. So I'd love to hear from some of you who, like, the other countries and what you're excited about, No Judgment Diet coming to your country, and what you are excited about the class.
Well, maybe me.
Yes, please, Cece.
Hello, I'm from Mexico, and I'm very excited to take this class because for first time in my life, I have chosen to get rid of judgment about myself. And I got this awareness that I have always had trouble with my weight. It's been quite a journey. But the other day, I got this awareness that isn't about my weight. It's about the judgments I make about my body and about my weight. And it was a huge discovery for me. And now I have chosen to get rid of them. So I'm very excited for this new game I'm going to take. And this new diet, of course.
Well, and I love that, Cece, because actually that's what the No Judgment Diet is about. Most people try and like change their eating habits, or they try and exercise more, but we're constantly judging what we need to do right for our bodies or what we're doing that's wrong. And when we let go of the judgment, the weight actually can fall off, which is really cool because it's completely opposite from what we're taught. And then if you love your body and you're like, oh my God, I lost weight eating ice cream and having sex, this is the best diet ever, right? All of a sudden you have the energy to build your business, to play with your children, to maybe have, a lover or 5, or to be more intimate in your current relationship. It's really cool. So yeah, I love that your aha. That's amazing. And for those people who are like, oh, but I'm skinny, I don't need to lose weight. What I would say is, do you have a judgment of your body, and would you like to change the judgment and the weight of the judgment of your body? So awesome. I love it, Cece. Well, I'm excited to come to Mexico. I do speak Spanish, but I thank goodness I have these gorgeous ladies that are willing to translate me, because I sound like a gringa who got stuck in a hole somewhere. Oh.
What I really like, Katherine, is that there's no prerequisites. There's it's easy, it's accessible. I don't know anyone on the planet who doesn't judge themselves for something. And whether it's our judging of our bodies, or the judgment of our life, or the judgment of our bank accounts, it affects our bodies. And we're in our bodies every nanosecond of the day. And I just think what a gift it is to be able to have a space where you can bring your body and not you don't have to come with judgment or wrongness, just come as a human being and know that at the end of those 5 days, it will be a greater space of you, a greater possibility of you, and the magic that can show up when you allow yourself to be all of you in a group of people that want to be all of themselves. That lights me up. That totally lights me up. I mean, my background is in counseling and therapies, and I've seen how much people are in the wrongness of themselves, and we have to have a problem. And I just think, oh my God, how freaking awesome that we can go to a place and be surrounded by people who also want to be even more awesome and leave their judgments at the door, whether it's about your butt, your boobs, or your bank account. Like it's all gonna be even greater in whatever you choose, whether it's like you choose this much or you choose this much. It does no harm or foul. It's all about the creation of your life. And for me, I get really excited about people coming together and what happens when people come together to create change for themselves, because it shows up in it magnanimously. Like it's just a explosion of awesome shows up when we come together. So yeah, very grateful for you choosing this and creating it, and so grateful for everyone here saying yes to being part of making space for people to be awesome.
I love it. Well, Yuri from Mexico, she's on, and she's in Spanish saying, sexo y helado, quiero esa dieta. So in English, it's sex and ice cream. I want that diet, right? And then she also says, I'll say it in English, I'm excited to take these classes and to take photos and explore los juicios, the judgments that continue kind of grabbing her. So I know we all have judgments, and what I'm excited about is, what would the planet be like if we knew judgments weren't real and we knew judgments didn't matter? Because I know for me, I don't know how many of you have spent, probably half of your life judging yourself and maybe not even knowing it, right? And if we take the judgment away, oh baby. I love it, Christine. Thank you. So who else wants to share what they're excited about and what country are you from? Yes, Jose, mi amigo.
Yeah, we are so excited to bring you, Katherine, with us here in Brazil to do this kind of class. I think this is so amazing, because here is not different another the other parts of the world. People have a lot of judgment, include myself. And also, I think that this kind of class maybe can expand much more the facilitating in class and also in my life. I'm so excited about that. And also, I would like to lose weight, drink wine, and do a lot of sex. It's so exciting for me. I would like to find a very good diet to be more health and also more freedom and also fun.
Oh my God. Well, and Jose, I think you nailed it. It's like, we think we're looking to lose the weight when actually what we're looking for is freedom.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, what we're looking for is total joy and enthusiasm for living and drinking wine and having sex on the beach and going for a swim and making money and
whatever. Cool. Maybe you can do a verbal process, no, for us about that.
Yeah, you want a verbal process about what?
About freedom, about diet, about judgment, whatever.
You can't have it.
Sex on the beach.
Yeah, sex on the beach. There's your verbal process.
Cool, wonderful.
So I guess the question that I would ask everyone is what, and everyone that's live, but also everyone that's listening, everyone that will listen in the future, is what have you decided is wrong about your body? And is anything wrong? Or does your body desire to give you more pleasure than you've ever been willing to receive? And so if each of us were willing to receive 5% more pleasure than we currently are receiving, what would our lives be like in the future? So all of the judgments that you think are like Jose, I could give you 500 judgments I have about myself.
Oh, cool.
Are any of them real?
No.
Okay, so the judgments that you have about yourself, are any of them real?
No.
So how much energy does it take, excuse me, to make you the judgments you have of you real?
Wow.
Yeah. So, and that's so what I would say to people who are looking for a verbal process is, what lies are you using to buy the judgments that you have of you as real are you choosing?
Cool.
And then you can use the clearing statement, you can pock and pod, you can wave your magic wand, you can eat ice cream and have sex, whatever is fun for you, right? Because really it's just, I didn't realize that judgments were a choice. And the no judgment diet is about judgments are actually a choice. And we're so used to the heaviness of judgment that we're like, oh my God, there's a judgment. Oh my God, there's a judgment. Oh my God, there's a judgment. And when all along there's this lightness of creation, there's this lightness of being, there's this lightness of like the joy of choosing. And we're like, I can't see it because I like have this heaviness I have to pay attention to first. And so the no judgment diet really rewires, hi sweetness. It really rewires our entire brain to, instead of focus on the heaviness first, we go, oh, I'm going for sex on the beach. Oh, I'm going for a drink and a walk with my friend Jose, right? And really choose that versus I'm busy. I can't choose fun and lightness because I'm busy trying to process my heaviness, right?
Cool.
And that's really where the no judgment diet comes into play, because the choice to choose the lightness is the choice that changes your body. That's a meme.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Ah, Brazil, here we come. Belo Horizonte. I'm so excited. Anyone else from any other place? Anyone want to share?
Maybe Vicky wanted to say some word for us.
Well, it's a pleasure. About the class, I would like to know a little bit more of what type of process do we use? I understand that it'll be kind of, each class is different one from the other, but what is there a script that will always have in each class of no judgment diet?
Yeah, so we have a manual, and the manual, I think, Carol, how many pages is that manual that you have? She has a manual in front of her.
6 pages of clearings.
Yeah, but how many pages is the manual? It's like 60, 50, 60,
76, something like that.
76 pages. So in the manual are verbal processes, verbal clearings. There's also energetic exercises that we actually, in the class, we do energetic exercises with the body. And the whole time, we're also, when you come to the class, we're going to give you a wristband. And what we do in the wristband, it's a no judgment diet wristband. I don't have one on me. I usually wear them all the time. And what we do is every time you catch yourself judging you switch your wrist, because what it does is it literally, it rewires your brain to go, judgment, you don't belong here. right? And so for 4.5 days, imagine being in a class with Gary and Dane, where for 4.5 days, you're like, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, who does that belong to? Oh my God, not mine. Who does that belong to? Oh my God, not mine. And so you retrain yourself to go, oh my gosh, all this judgment. And so there is verbal processes, there's energetic exercises, there's body processes. We run bars in the class. It's really, you walk away going, oh my gosh, I actually can start to grasp like what it would be like to have a relationship with my body where I don't judge me. Right? Because we all know what it's like to to get into a relationship with someone who judges you, right? Anyone had that experience? Do you guys like staying in relationships with people who judge you? Right? Not so much. And so, you know, our body has been in relationship with us and we've been judging the crap out of it. And then we wonder why it gains weight or gets cranky or, you know, has something going on with it. It's like, well, when you stop judging it and have gratitude for it, everything can start to change. So we do a lot of processing and exercises and really cool stuff with the body that will get you kind of like in a new state of being.
That's so awesome. Wondering about like who has never heard of anything else like bars class or anything other. It's the first time hearing about everything and there's nothing required. So how can this person be in this class without knowing about these other things? Is it okay? Do they need to know something before that or something like that? Perfect.
No, we've
Nice.
probably had, I don't know, I would say 20 people come, you know, over the last year, come with no awareness of access consciousness, with no awareness of what the bars are. They've never heard the clearing statement. We had actually had a singer in the UK come to a class. She had never had any access before, and she came and she's like, I want to be famous again. She had been well known as a singer in Europe, and she came to the class and she actually is touring all over the world. She's lost like 15 or 20 pounds. So in Europe, it's what, about 10 kilos. She's lost about 10 kilos and her life is taking off. And she's like, you changed my life. I had no idea what I was coming to do. I just knew I needed to come. So you don't need to have a prerequisite to come to this class and to get the benefits of what this class can create for your body. Those are great questions.
That's so perfect.
Yay! Right? Because we have 7 billion bodies on the planet, my friends. And do any of you know someone who doesn't judge their body? No, right? So what would the planet be like if we could spread these classes throughout the world, if we could spread the tools of access consciousness throughout the world through like allowing people to see that they can change, not necessarily their body, although their body will change, but they change the judgments. And when you change the judgments, you change your life. Because I think all of us would like to have sex with more people who don't judge themselves. Sex, wine, and the beach. And maybe a little rock and roll. Oh, cool. Anyone else, or Vicky, any more questions? You guys are awesome.
I'm just so excited, you know. I just want to be there already. So just come.
I love it. Yay. Well, I love this. So Vanya is Brazilian, but lives in Canada. And she says, I've never had an access class before. When I translated online for Catherine, so she translated, I think, 4 calls for me online, and she lost 2.5 kilos just by translating the classes on video. That was it. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Awesome. Anyone else want to share?
If you are fried on this call, imagine in the class.
Shh, don't tell them that. No, we'll be happily fried bananas. I'll bring whipped cream. Oh, cool. Well, I'm so excited. So, you know, we're going to be London. We're actually doing a taste. The class in London is just a taste. And then we're doing a deep dive in London at the end of March. And then a one-day class called The Pleasure of Possibilities, which is a little bit different. But then the 4.5-day live events, we're starting in Swift Current, Canada. And then we go to Brazil. And then we go to Mexico. And then we go to Geneva, Switzerland. And then we'll go to London and then Paris. And then we're going to end in Budapest. And then take about a month break. And we're going to be back in the US. Oh no, New York City. I forgot New York City.
I was gonna say, what happened in New York?
I know, New York City. Oh my goodness. So after Mexico, we go to New York City. And then from New York City, I go to Europe. I can't forget about New York. It's one of my favorite places on the planet. And then after going to Budapest, Hungary in August, we're going to be back in the US in my home state of Colorado, Grand Junction, which is about 2 hours from where I live in Aspen. So I'm so grateful to all of you for seeing what's possible with bodies, with the tools of access consciousness, and with what we can create. And there are no prerequisites for this class. So let's frickin' spread the word, my friends. Let's have a global party. And like my dream is like, what would it be like to be on a beach with thousands of people and nobody is judging their bodies? Holy mother of God. That's the world I want to live in. Awesome. You guys are amazing. I'm so grateful to have you and so grateful. So if you guys are watching this, please go to katherinemcintosh.com/live-events. We'll put the link also in here and it will be translated in Portuguese, Spanish, French, and Hungarian. And all those classes in those countries, we will have translators, so it will be in your language. And yeah, the live events are all over the world, and you can contact your hosts, and these beautiful, amazing, gorgeous people that you see on this video can answer any questions you have. And yeah, I'm so excited for you guys to see what we can create in the world with these amazing tools and our gorgeous bodies. So thank you, Facebook, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we will see you guys somewhere in the world. Ciao, my friends.